Here we are, guys. Hello, konnichiwa, everyone. My name is Bon Rider. I'm the world's greatest detective. Heaters, solve cases, and put smiles on faces. And today, I am joined by, drumroll please, Knight. Knight, you can now introduce yourself. Wait.
My name's Knight. I'm pleased to meet you guys, and it's been a long time coming since we've been doing a stream collab together.
Yes.
Definitely been waiting for it.
Yes.
But I am thankful to be here. My name's Knight. I've been doing the VTubing thing for the past 1 year, on and off, unfortunately, because of a lot of the real life situations. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get into more streaming, and I mostly do hardcore games streaming type of thing where I play RPGs, I play FPS, I play basically whatever I can find that is kind of amusing to me, like Dark Souls, Fear and Hunger, Escape from Tarkov, CS2, whatever. But yeah, those are my genres basically, and I'm a child VTuber soldier, kind of like mixed it up together there. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to content. I'm a cosplayer. I do I do art also. But mainly my main hobby is probably gonna be doing VTubing for the next couple of years, so hopefully everything's smooth.
Yeah.
And yeah, glad to be here.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
No problem. Hold on. Let me just quickly get through. Welcome in Patriot from YouTube chat. Afternoon to you over there in the Asia, I believe. Thailand, right? Aw, yes. They Patriot just said pleasure to meet you, man. And Nanashi, thank you for the
Thank you.
redeem. Here, I'll drink the water. Hold on, let's gargle it. Good shit. Sorry. That's something I do when someone tells me to drink water.
All right.
All right. So
where did we go into it? Which angle?
If you wait, hold on. Let me explain to the chat here. Just one more thing. Here in the background, you've noticed we got a little laboratory here, chat. This is my chatting laboratory, as some of you may know. So I don't know what else to tell you guys this. I have to harp on this because it took me 2 hours to make this. So you guys, I want claps. If I don't get claps in the chat, I'm gonna you guys are done for. Okay, dunzos. Ripperoni and cheese. Okay. Free talk today? Yes, Patriot. Free talk today. All right. Sorry. Let me allow you to talk now. Did you have questions? You had questions.
Yes, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of a Q&A. We're gonna go through everything one by one. So I will start all the way from back. So I know Bon Rider since he was in a corporation, basically, all the way back like a year ago.
Yes.
And yeah, he was a corporate VTuber. This dude is a corporate VTuber.
Indie dog, you get away from me. Yeah, but about that. Yeah. I used to be with Irium. Well, I technically it is and isn't corpo. I was just allowed on their app. I technically an indie VTuber that was allowed to stream on their app. That's how they that's what they reminded us of. They're like, yeah, you're an indie VTuber. You can do what you want so long as you stream on the app, and it was pretty fun. I will say, I do miss my old Irium days. There was a lot of fun there. I got to meet so many new people. It was iconic. It was awesome. I got to meet so many new and nice people. I genuinely got to be introduced to some of the greatest creatives I've personally ever met so far, and some of the greatest singers so far. And it's just an opportunity of a lifetime. I always will thank Irium for that opportunity. And then I think we met. I think we first followed each other back then
through Twitter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we followed each other because I can't remember exactly why. I just kind of saw your account and I was like, oh, Erebus follows you, and then I followed you and I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. And yeah, and then that's how this came to be.
That's the start of an era, basically.
It started an era, yes. Should we go over how we fully started becoming moots, or just? Oh, sure.
Yeah, sure. We can do a little bit tidbits here and there.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Here. Well, you fill in the blanks for where I was, right? So I'll have you fill in the blanks. Like I'll say something, and then you can fill in the blanks if you want to add any details to
Sure.
that. There we are. Sorry, I'm learning to speak at 1 a.m. It's crazy. What
No
was
worries,
it?
no worries.
Yes, so we followed each other for a bit, and then I think we started replying to one another's posts and stuff and liking them. And then somewhere along like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
March or May, between those months, I think we started shooting DMs at each other about stuff, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we created Discords at that point, and
yes.
at that point, I think we were kind of well versed into one another's content. We did hop into one another's stream once
Yeah.
in a while as well, whenever we had the chance. And yeah, we started talking through the DMs. Then we just moved on to the Discord, and yeah, I used to actually follow like a lot of the Irium
Ooh.
talent, and they did follow me back on my main account before it
Aw.
got nuked. Um, but yeah, that's one thing I'm really sad about now because like none of those Arium VTubers don't follow me anymore. I'm kind of
Oh.
bad. Please do that.
Smoke
Um,
cigarette.
but yeah, I think Arium is pretty goated in terms of as a streaming platform. I hope it goes far. I did not know what it was basically, so I basically what I found out about it is like I found about Ethereum through you guys, and that's how basically I got to know the entire platform. Then I like looked at some pictures. They were attending conventions as well, and they were
Mhm.
like putting up posters. That was pretty dope. And yeah, they kind of like give equal opportunity for the creators there, which I really support. You know, if anybody supports the indies, that's a plus on my book because they actually let you keep your IP like they did with you. So that's really huge.
Yes. That was hard work, man. Those were the coal
Mm,
mine days. To be fair, I will say a little bit of a coal mine there because that was like so they had us do a minimum of like for the models like 30 hours per month, and then but you had
mm,
it at minimum, right? I think it was 30 hours per
mm,
month, but they would only count 2 hours per day. And so you had to spread them out
mm,
between either 15 days or figure out how you were going to get 30 hours in a single month. And then it was to
mm,
gain the model, you had to have 300 hours in total. And
mm,
that was a grind. I will say that was a grind, but I loved every minute of it.
mm,
It was pretty fun.
mm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
yeah. Yee.
I did not know what it was. Basically, when I was opening up to the IRM app because it's
Mhm.
kind of like only in the US and over in
Yes.
the Asian markets. You can't really download it when you're in Europe because it's like blocked off.
Yeah.
So I had
Yeah.
to like literally download the APK version just to
Yeah.
see what it was.
I didn't understand why they did that. I assume they you know what, they're a part of $1 billion company over there, so they probably know more than I do. But I was always like, oh, man, you guys should open up to at least like the local North America. I was surprised they didn't include
Mm.
Canada, but it was literally only I think recently they just opened up to Canada.
Wait, they,
Like,
they don't have Canadian like
well,
connection? You can't download it if you're in Canada?
now you can. Like I think just a
Oh,
couple weeks ago they opened it up, which was I like literally in
whoa,
January. Yeah, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, I
that's
expected at least
crazy.
Canada, at least. I know we don't think
Yeah,
about them a
yeah.
lot, but I know I would think so a little bit about them, and
Bro, just took a pot shot at the Canadians. Okay.
no, it's a joke within my community that I'm secretly a Canadian. It's rumors being spread by
Uh,
my political enemies to
mm,
besmirch my name and to bring my downfall upon me. But I digress. I am a full red-blooded
mm,
American for any CIA agent listening into our conversation right now.
mm. Any
FBI.
Mossad agents send after you, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta make the record clear here, chat. I am a full-blooded red patriot American. I was just playing
Mm,
Fallout in the background. I know I tell you guys I wouldn't play Fallout in the background without you guys, but I lied. I've been killing off a bunch of super mutants, of course, to
mm.
further the goals of the United States
All
here.
right. Since now you went into a territory that I'm really familiar with. You just brought up Fallout,
Yeah.
and I gotta ask you, what is your favorite Fallout game? You gotta explain it clearly.
So, and you promise not to get mad at me.
I might get mad at you depending on your answer.
Okay. So I will say, mechanically, not story wise,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mechanically, I love Fallout 4. Mechanically, I love Fallout
I
4.
knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Okay. Look. You have to understand. You have to understand. The gameplay feels so much better than New Vegas. Like it feels so much better to kill enemies in Fallout 4 than it does in New Vegas. It feels so much better.
Mhm.
Doing all the stealth stuff is better. It just feels like gameplay wise, they definitely improved. Story wise, but I don't play it for the story. I play it so I can smash in zombie heads. But I
I
will
kind
say
of understand where you're coming from here.
yes, yes. What is your
Because I'm on board with you because I think in Fallout 4 there's more customization. Sure, there's
yes
more ways to do your
weapons?
combat. Yeah, the weapons are more. Of course, I mean there's also a lot of fucking guns in New Vegas, by the way, if you buy the DLCs.
Yes.
Just to let you know. I play New Vegas with a lot of mods, by the way, so obviously you can't run and do stuff like that in New Vegas. But one thing I like about the Fallout 4, you can actually get into a power suit without like having to equip it one by one, like piece by piece, like you do in other Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Mhm.
That's one thing I really like. And I do like the map is more. It's not like a this filter or it's not a green filter like the Fallout 3. Like it's more
Mm.
vibrant. It
Yes.
doesn't bleed your eyes when you're looking into it, obviously, because the New Vegas came out in 2008,
Mhm.
obviously, so it's gonna look like ancient technology game. You know,
Yeah.
it's just the engine is just not up to the task, unfortunately, in those previous games. But yeah, mechanically and gameplay wise, I definitely understand why you will go for the Fallout 4. But for story, I will definitely prefer. Like my first game was Fallout 3, so I played through
Mm.
Fallout 3. Then I switched over to New Vegas. I played New Vegas. I played Fallout 4 afterwards. Then I played the Fallout Shelter. And gameplay wise, I liked Fallout 4 because of the customization and stuff. But everything else, like one point goes to Fallout 4, but the 9 points go to New Vegas because atmosphere, like the dialogues, RPGs,
Yes.
the element of
Oh,
RPG is just packed in
yeah.
there. So
Hmm.
much lore, so much. I really like the lore of the Fallout series, basically.
Hmm.
And in New Vegas, there's so much like lore. Also, they have a lot of captivating characters there, like the Caesar's Legion's leader, Caesar Kaisar, and Benny. Sure, even though it's not that great, but there, Joshua Graham, that's
Oh
goaded.
yes, go Graham himself, the man who
Yeah.
was it? He was burned alive, but the fire of Jesus Christ burned brighter in him. Right? I believe is, or did I just
That's
butcher that
correct.
line?
He said, "I'm baptized twice, once in water and once in flame.
Mm.
The fire was burning far better inside of me than it was from the outside." So he was actually ditched by the man himself, the Kaiser, which was the leader of the Caesar's Legion. They were partners together before the Caesar's Legion was a thing, basically. And basically, he thought that Graham was dead, and he moved on. And once you play the DLC, you will see Joshua knows that Caesar's gotta go, and he knew he got betrayed, he got backstabbed, but that doesn't matter. He's really, really a stoic guy, and I really enjoyed his like
Yeah,
dialogues.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Really like him.
I played so I've played some modded New Vegas. My first
Hmm.
modded experience with New Vegas was way back when the multiplayer was around, if it still is. But there was a big hype
Hmm.
around the New Vegas multiplayer, and my friends wanted me to join in on the New Vegas multiplayer, and I just did not like it because it was so laggy. But at the same
Oh
time, I thought it
yeah,
was I thought it was so cool that a community would come together and force a game that was meant to be single player into a multiplayer experience just so they could all experience the RPG elements of a game together, which I thought was uniquely beautiful in a weird way.
it is great. It is great. The amount of mods in Fallout New Vegas, the people that come up with mods for New Vegas, it's insane. Like if you go to Nexus mods, bro, there's so much stuff in there. I swear to God.
Yes.
Like these people can be literal game developers, by the way. The way they have like coded a lot of the stuff into the game that's not supposed to be in the game, they've some of them like brought back all the missing files that didn't make into the main game. They implemented those into the game. There's voice actors like trying to voice act over NPCs they made up and came up with.
Aw.
There's like they expanded the map. Oh, I swear to God, I downloaded so many mods. It's just
Dude,
insane.
that I
Like,
will say the
I'm not
mod.
even talking about guns and cars. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, I will say the New Vegas mod scene is way better than the Fallout mod scene. I was trying to add mods so that like my community could have a little bit more fun with Fallout 4, but it requires either signing up for Bethesda's like creation club, which is just a nightmare in itself. You have to pay for mods, or B, going to Nexus, in which 90% of the Nexus mods are just titties. It is just naked women models with giant like badonkadonks. It is insane. So I do agree. The mod scene for New Vegas is just way better.
Actually, that just reminded me of something. Do you remember when Steam tried to make mods like with paid basically on the platform for like a week?
Yes, that was during like when Fallout 4 came out, right? Like, and then they started trying to push the Creation Club with it for some reason. They were doing like a collaboration with the Creation Club, and they tried to put
Skyrim and stuff. Yes. They were trying to like push all the mods.
Yes, and I remember. Oh my god, the silliest one was one suit. It's you get it. I think you can get it in the Fallout 4 package now. Now that they forced a few of the creation mods into the standard game now, so that because to fill up the game, I assume. But one of them was the Chinese stealth suit, which goes invisible if you stand still, or if you're crouching around and moving around. However, the original mod was like $15, and it's just the suit that makes you go invisible. It's basically just a stealth boy as a suit, and it was crazy.
And I think they weren't trying to make it that much expensive. I think it was like $1 or $2 basically that you'd be able to support the creators, but basically it collapsed overnight because people were like, well, these creators basically not gonna get any like money through us, and plus it's way better if we support them on their own platform because that kind of kills their way of income, I guess. And like people got up in arms basically overnight, and it's like it was shut down within, I believe, a day or two, and it was like insane. It's like the amount of pushback that received within a day, and I was like, I was working at the time, so I didn't have a lot of time to look at it. I was like, holy fuck, like this is one of the times that Steam, everybody in Steam like got up in arms and be like, yeah, we gotta get rid of this. That they're gonna make all the mods with like payments. We're gonna have so much microtransactions in Steam. Basically, it opened up the floodgates of debate that we're gonna get riddled with microtransactions in Steam now. Like we're gonna have this and that and this, and that's why I think it got a lot of negative in when it got launched.
There was that, and then there was the issue of Bethesda itself not being able to produce a game that wasn't broken and needed like the modding community to come in and fix it. And so there was people worried, are they just going to put this, are they just going to put bug fixes that behind a paywall, or are we going to have to wait weeks and months again just for Bethesda to fix this problem? Like there was like a lot of questions like that, I think, in general around the community.
$50 million worth company versus one guy in his mom's basement.
It's just it's they're always being silly over there, and and they came out with 76, which I thought everyone was going to love. So here, I thought everyone was going to love 76 because of the New Vegas mod. So here's my full thoughts. My full thoughts was the New Vegas, the 76 wasn't going to work because Fallout multiplayer was kind of a silly idea. It's meant to be a single player RPG, and trying to, like, as much as I love the idea behind people in New Vegas trying to force it to be multiplayer, I was like, ultimately it just did not seem like a great fit for the franchise. And then it launched, and I was right. But I assumed it would get some love, but I was like, no, it did not get any love. It was curb stomped.
Okay, so I'm gonna totally explain what I felt when it was coming out. Basically, when the trailer dropped, I was like, "Holy shit! We're gonna get like another Fallout 4 type of game." So I was really, really hyped because they didn't tell us that it was gonna be a multiplayer when the trailer dropped. So people were like going ham. Everybody was singing like "Country Road, Take Me Home." It was like it was the shit. It was the shit. Everybody was happy. And then like a week or two later, or like a month or later, learned it's multiplayer and there's gonna be shitloads of microtransactions, and people were fucking pissed. And I'm like, being pissed was like the light version of me saying it. People were like fucking angry, and they were like, okay, so they're trying to like capitalize on all the Fallout fans now, and they're gonna push this shit down our throats. We gotta like pay for this, pay for that, pay for this. Basically, like creating a metaverse for Fallout and just make it like, oh, you can have like your online community if you pay for this. And the thing is, everything was fucking overpriced, by the way. Like the amount of prices they had on small things was outrageous. Like if they had you charging like $9, $10 for like decorations. And that was like fucking bad, okay? That was really bad PR for the Bethesda, because you can't be charging people for online decorations. And by the way, the game was online only, so there was like no offline mode. So people were like, where's my story game? Where's the story in my story game?
Where's the RPG in my RPG game?
Yeah, so I think that was the main part why people were upset, because it was like always online, and there was this notion like all the new games coming up, it's gonna be like online only, meaning that if they turn off the game one day, all your progress is down the toilet basically, so you won't be able to own them for a long period of time. So that's why people go back to the story games like a year later. Like Cyberpunk sold out so much. I mean, obviously it was like jank as fuck, but when it came out, it did sell really well.
Yeah, I have beef with Cyberpunk. I bought that. I was a day one dick writer for Cyberpunk. I will say that. I was like, no, everyone is wrong. This is going to be the greatest game of the generation. I mean, don't you know, it's CD Projekt Red. You would have to be an absolute buffoon to think that they would mess things up. And I was, man, I bit right into it. And I got it. I think it came out in November, and so I got it as like a early Christmas gift for my parents, and I played it, and I was like, this thing is so fucking broken. Every single aspect of the game, it works actually amazingly now, but back then everything was broken. The police would just instantly spawn behind you. Your car would just suddenly sometimes explode.
Oh yeah.
Because it wouldn't render like sometimes the car would just explode, and you just had to kind of deal with it.
The rendering distance was basically not like it wasn't.
Yes, so the NPCs walking was a huge issue too. So the NPCs would just suddenly, like, if you drove fast enough, sometimes the NPCs wouldn't load in. And so until you slowed down, and then once you slowed down, the NPCs would just start teleporting in, and they didn't even bother to put it out like a bit out of your view. It was literally just the pixel outside of your view would just start spawning NPCs into the area you were in, and it just did not make it feel well. And there was not a whole lot you could do outside the story at the time too. Like, it was literally the story. You go to Hanako, and then after you complete your mission, the mission at meeting Hanako at Ember, there was basically nothing you could do. It was crazy. Yeah.
They released it for the PS4 when it came out, so people were fucking laughing their ass off.
Yeah.
Saying like, oh, my PS4 is gonna be a pipe bomb.
Yeah, but didn't they have to take it off the PS4 store? I thought
they did. I think they did. They did, but they would not release it there.
Yeah, it was crazy. They had to
just imagine that.
just trying to render Cyberpunk, all the models and all the things.
Yeah, fucking jet engine just going full ham, full RPM mode. Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
It was crazy. Yeah, if you guys don't know,
crazy times.
Sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you guys don't know, they had to remove it from the PlayStation Store because it was so broken that it violated I think it violated PlayStation's policy, and so they had to offer refunds to everybody, and they were pissed at Projekt Red for doing that, and so they just removed it from the store. I'm not ever sure if they got it back on, but I know they probably had some beef for a little while after that.
Yeah, I think also Steam did that. They automatically refunded people when they were like asking for refunds, because like it was just that broken. Like your car will collide into non-existent obstacles, and you'd like get out of the map when you're driving. Suddenly you're in the bottom of the map. I don't know. There was just so much things going on. Models not loading. It was like the Ubisoft remasters in like the Assassin's Creed games.
Yes,
there's like no model. There's like eyeballs in the mouth floating.
What? Yes, that was France. That was right after the one in the UK they had. So they had like France. I don't remember. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But the plot was basically it took place in France, assassins in France, and because they made it in under a year. And so that was like the big issue, because at the time they were literally making an Assassin's Creed every single year, and people were like, "Hey, yo, you guys can like chill."
Like, the fuck?
Yeah, that's surprising to me. Like, I was surprised that they were pumping them out. I don't remember a single person like asking for a new one every year, and they're like, "No, we're going to give you one every year." And it just kept getting, because they kept trying to make the map bigger, models better, and like it eventually led to a degrade in like the quality of the game, which caused like of course the disappearing faces, the just in general the breaking of the game.
I think that's the reason why I just stopped liking Assassin's Creed, because they're releasing so many like Assassin's Creed, like Unity Brotherhood, then they had like, what was it, Origins, and they were just like keep pumping that shit up, you know. I was like, bro, you gotta fucking chill, bro. Okay, we get it.
It was that game. Well, I never played through Assassin's Creed, I believe. I haven't. But no, I played one time. I played one time on my friend's Xbox. I think he had an Xbox with the hide and seek mode they had, where you had to find the other assassin and kill them. I think that's the only time I've ever played it, though. But I was always a big Siege fan. Well, I only played Rainbow Six Siege, but I played it when it first came out, and then I played Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. No. It was the one where they're ghost soldiers, basically. Like they're like special forces and shit, and they're going around.
Wildlands.
Yes. Wildlands. I played some Wildlands on my friend's computer, but I think I played primarily the next one in the series, which was Ghost Break, whatever it was. I was hyped for it. I don't
really play Ghost Recon or like basically any game. I just don't touch it.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna break.
Yeah, but that's what I didn't know that at the time. I was an arrogant little child, and I was like, oh, this was going to be so fun. Because I remember playing a little bit of Wildlands. I was like, oh, this is cool. The AIs follow you and stuff, and that's like super useful and stuff. The AI was actually pretty useful in Wildlands. From my experience, and I really liked it. And then I got into Breakpoint, I think it was called, and that sucked. It was awful. It was terrible. The AIs it was literally the same game but worse. The AIs wouldn't follow you like they did in the old ones. The map was like gigantic, and so it required running around everywhere, and the enemies were like super like insanely difficult even for that game. And then let's see, and then there was just again the same problem that Cyberpunk had, where it was just the main story and then nothing else for quite a while. Then what else?
You just also described Payday 3.
Yeah, that is true. That is Payday 3. That was Payday 3. I heard people did not like Payday 3. Did you play Payday 3?
I did not play, and I'm kind of glad, because I just looked at the gameplay and I was like, I already didn't even want to be slop, because holy fuck, it was way worse than I imagined. I played religiously religious amount of Payday 2.
Yes, same.
Yeah,
same.
That was my shit.
I loved the stealth. Sometimes I got annoyed by the stealth aspect of Payday 2, because I didn't like doing the multiplayer ones, because the lobbies were either people throwing or like people with the most overpowered equipment possible just fucking going in, spraying everything, taking all the money and dipping. And I'm like, I didn't like that. So I like trying to do the solo stealth through all the vaults and stuff like that, which was insanely surprisingly difficult, because it's just the amount of dumb things that are meant for like multiple people. Like I think the hospital one, if you know what that one is, drove me insane trying to do solo.
There's multiple hospital ones, but if you're talking about the Mercy Hospital,
I'm talking about the
I don't know.
I'm talking about the one where you have to enter in and then hold everyone hostage at the front. You have to like hold everyone hostage, and getting them to not run away was a nightmare. Like literally because
Might
you
be
had...
not Mr. Mercy Hospital.
Okay, and then
Because I do remember you have to like if it's next to reception, there's like a lot of people. That might be the Mercy Hospital.
Yeah. I think it was Mercy Hospital then.
Yeah, because that one is actually linked into Left 4 Dead universe, by the way, because that you actually get in the Mercy Hospital. For people that don't know, there's patient 0 there, and you're tasked with getting the blood. Like it's not a transfusion, but you're basically getting a sample of their blood, and then you have to like basically dip. And like the entire hospital goes into quarantine, and they start shooting rockets into the fucking building as you're coming out. And yeah, like when you're exiting out of an elevator like snaps, breaks, you fall all the way to the bottom. And because they're like literally, they call in attack helicopters, and they're like literally rocketing the entire building, so you die there. And you escape, and Bane tells you that you're left for dead because basically you steal the blood of that patient 0, which basically starts like the green flu in Left 4 Dead. So basically, you're the reason why Left 4 Dead is actually.
I was not follow through. What is it? Collaborations. Like I love their CS:GO. They added one of the CS:GO maps. I think CS:GO Bank into it or something like that. And I loved playing on that map. Yeah. Yes, I loved playing on that map.
Yeah.
Yes. I loved it. I loved it so much.
Good. I used to play that a lot. Just hostage situation, and I used to play comp in there as well. Man, brings back memories. I've been playing CS:GO since 2014.
Oh,
I loved so much. I loved it so much, but unfortunately, I can't anymore.
Yeah, same. I used to play. I think I started around 2015 or 16. I can't remember when, but I loved it to an almost addicting point. I had my first account banned, unfortunately. I got a little bit of... Well, so here's the situation. Before any judgments passed on to me, I had a weapon skins changer, and Valve did not like the fact that I could change my skins at random. And so sometimes I would change my skins to have like pretty cool stuff. Valve didn't like that, and then just immediately, dude, I was probably one of their fastest bans ever, I would assume, because I had that shit on for like a day, which was crazy. Because at the time, you could basically fucking aimbot and through the comp lobbies, and they wouldn't do jack shit. But you try to get in the way of their money, and they will slice your throat and wear it as like a little cock shield, so that to let everyone knows that their money is theirs, and fuck you if you think differently.
Yeah, definitely. They have like no tolerance policy when it comes to skin changes. Even if you play on like your own server, I think some people got banned out of nowhere, but they did overturn those. That was kind of crazy. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
They are.
And I used to also play on those lobbies, but it was like they didn't ban me because I was in somebody else's server. Like it wasn't my server. Yeah, but I do remember it.
Yeah. On the community server skin changers, I think that one was fine because it was only set to the server. I think they didn't like the fact that somebody could be in the wild official servers and using different skins than the ones they had on there in their inventory.
Oh yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah. I don't remember how old I was. I was probably 15-ish, but a 15-year-old me was... did not care what Valve thought.
You had aspirations.
I had aspirations bigger than Valve's parent node. Yeah, so I got banned, and then what else was there? Yeah, and then
speaking of bans, I will explain mine in a bit as well once you finish up.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I already did finish up. Wait, what bans? On the Twitter or on the?
No. I did get banned off of Steam as well. Like my first account I created back in 2014, also like May. So basically that's the reason why I got banned. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of a backstory. So I was kind of broke all the way back because obviously I wasn't working. I was young. So I will do these like what do you call them? Online surveys basically. To like pile up some money, and you'd be able to exchange them for games, and I'd be like, yeah. if you've been through that path, bro, I feel you. I used to grind that shit. I have way too much time in my hands. So
Wait.
I'd sit home alone. I'd be like going onto these surveys. I'd be like playing these online games, making money and exchanging those coins for games. And basically, there was a lot of like impossible levels. And I downloaded Cheat Engine, and you're gonna be like, okay, this idiot. I downloaded Cheat Engine. I was like manipulating like the assets in the game, so I'd be able to get ahead and like complete those games to get the coins to buy the games. And I forgot to uninstall the Cheat Engine after I did that. So I still had Cheat Engine installed. I was playing TF2 to get some drops because you can also get like expensive drops like I don't know paints and stuff. And I got banned. I'm like, why am I banned? I didn't cheat. And I look and people said like, oh, if you have Cheat Engine, Steam scans your computer. So if you have, if every time you play like on a secure like Valve server,
you get banned.
They check. Yeah, you get banned.
Is it just a game ban, or is it a full ban?
It was a back ban. It was a full-on back ban. It's still there, like 5,000 days old.
Rest in peace. Wait, hold on. Let me. Why is Bond streaming at 12 p.m.? 12 fucking p.m. We are. Hold on. I'll let you explain.
All right, I'm Eastern European.
yes, exactly. He's out in the Eastern Europe, so that is why we have such a fucked time. But I think the bigger question is, why are you up watching a Bond stream at 12 fucking p.m.? Big brain. Blame the audience.
I mean, actually, thanks for coming in. It's just that, sorry that you might be able to sleep while listening to us.
Hopefully you guys find this is now an ASMR stream. It was a hot topic. Now it's
this is a boyfriend.
BFE ASMR. Hey guys, are you ready for sleeping?
Boyfriend experience.
Because it's the afternoon. I forgot you're European. What? Wait, 12. Wait, how's it 12 p.m.? Are you just talking about my time? I got nothing. Okay. I'll have to figure that out later. My brain's breaking right now. You've introduced too many
sugar.
Yes, the sugar and introduction of too many time zones is breaking my brain. My brain, it kind of doesn't.
The American mind cannot comprehend the Eastern European time.
Oh, I live in Asia. Okay, yes. So does Patriot. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I forgot. This is what I was telling you the other day. I said that some of my audience might be on because a lot of them are from like Asia, like Eastern Asia, and so it's afternoon over there basically for them, and so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, bingo. There we go. Well, it's kind of early morning, and it's going for the afternoon for me as well because I'm between Asia and like Europe, so I'm in the middle, the gateway. So it's like Euro-Asia basically, but it's European, regardless. Anyways, what were we talking about? I got banned. So Cheat Engine,
all I had. I was just what was I thinking? I was thinking about the with bans. I was thinking about with Rainbow Six Siege because for a while he was pretty much the Wild West there, and it was like literally you could do anything.
Used to talk to each other there, no?
Yes, it was not a great scene. I'm going to be honest. It was kind of like if 4chan had an FPS shooter because you could get docs on there. You heard a slur every single time you went on. You missed a shot, you would hear it for the next 3 rounds. You would hear just the N word, the F slur. You would hear every single possible things you didn't even know were slurs at the time. You're like, that's crazy. They just dug up like 1,000 zombies. Yeah, it was crazy. It was on steroids, and so they instituted sweeping bans across the in order to bring things back. They had to institute mass
weekly bans, I guess. They had
yes, they
had like ban waves.
Oh my god, Payday did it too?
Wait, what happened? Oh, Payday did actually ban people too at some point.
Oh
when they were like cheating way too much.
Yeah. Oh wait, cheating or with swearing and stuff? Because that was the issue.
No. Swearing was okay. Was okay. It's just like if you did cheat, there was like a system prompt on the left bottom corner saying like this user is cheating. They're using invalid assets basically, and sometimes that would lead to a ban. eventually.
Okay.
Sometimes it didn't, so it was like a very 50-50.
Damn. VTuber podcast goes hard. Wait, hold on. Let me just read some chats here. Yeah, damn it's hot right here, lol. I suggest you guys take a trip to Thailand in April for the National New Year with a nationwide Super Soaker Songkran Festival. That sounds actually pretty dope. Sounds pretty dope indeed there, Patriot. And then nice. I wonder what would happen if Jay Kira was here. Wait, who's Jay Kira? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. But did you ever play X Defiance?
X-Defiance, no, but I do know what it is.
Yes.
It was going to be like the COD killer, right?
Yeah, it was the COD. You don't remember it? Obviously, you should have known that it was the COD killer because COD is no longer around. Yeah, that's basically what happened. It basically, much like every Ubisoft game, it was supposed to destroy the world, and then it just... And I just remember playing this, and I was like, dude, this feels like I'm playing like a rip-off version of COD. I could not imagine this lasting more than a week, and it lasted exactly
that game came around when Valorant came around too, right? So the Valorant was saying also they're going to be the CSGO killers.
Yes, no, I think Valorant came around like a year or two beforehand. It was just popping off, I think, at the time when X Defiant was coming around.
Maybe there was like a better version.
Yeah.
Maybe X Defiant had like a better version up by that time when the Valorant came out.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I do remember they were coexisting at some point. Yes, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna be this, we're gonna be that."
Yeah, I do. Again, yeah, I do remember like Valorant being around. I thought Valorant was probably a little bit more around, and then it was supposed to be. Man, I was actually surprised Valorant took off because I was like, CS. Like I already liked CS:GO. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Valorant. I've tried playing Valorant.
I don't like Valorant.
I hate Valorant.
I hate
Valorant. I don't like knowing the powers. I don't like having to manage like both ammo, powers, and like map knowledge with everything else. I just think it's so annoying, and so I couldn't get
Valorant. Players are like the most insufferable people on the planet, by the way.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. I usually play with some of my female VTubing friends online. It is unfucking-bearable. They talk into the mic and instantly, like another fucking BFE type of voice cracking guy will go, "Hey there, girl. How are you doing?
Hey, shoddy.
Hey, shoddy." And it's the most awkward thing ever. It is brutal. It is terrible. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies. It is J Cure 3. Okay, hold on, I'll check them out here in just a bit. Yeah, but that's just all I remember from that. And then what else? Was there another one?
Yeah, but if you're a girl on CS:GO, you just get kicked.
Oh yeah, oh my god, you just brought in so many bad memories of mine. Because I was in CS:GO and I was this thing called a squeaker. My god, we were an oppressed minority.
Oh yeah. If you're a speaker, you're not supposed to talk.
Yeah, and I had the audacity to talk because I was gonna own these guys, and the amount of kicks I would receive was insane. I couldn't go a fucking lobby in like comp, dude. It was insane because I would be like, they're rushing B, and they're like, "Kick this mother!" And they didn't say motherfucker. They used every other word but like motherfucker. And then I would get kicked, and I cried myself. I would probably cry myself to sleep as a little young boy because I couldn't play those games. Yes, it was.
I always thought it was way easier to play on the NA servers because I played on the Russian server for about nearly 10,000 matches. Imagine just solo queuing. I had 3,000 comp wins.
Ooh! I am so sorry to hear that has to be brutal. I know the Russians are pretty.
That was brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Russians will e-rape you.
Yeah. Yes. North America, I don't know how to describe it. It was more psychological bullying. Like it wasn't like a like just ear raping,
CIA
right?
levels.
Where they would like play like super loud. If you guys don't know, ear raping is when you play like super loud music through your like a mic to like destroy the eardrums of people. They were psychological about it. They would make you feel shitty and then make it like they were operating on you, dude. They would bring up your squeakerness. They would bring up they would start making shit up. They would make shit up about like your parents. They would make shit about like your friends. What game are we talking? Counter-Strike. Prime Counter-Strike Go was a nightmare to play on and be on as anything other than a deep voiced man, dude. And that shit was brutal.
Your scoreboard was your CD basically.
Yes,
it would be brought up every round.
It would, and your KD. Oh my god, I think there was a way to search up your KD too. They would pull up their like fucking Overwolf, and it would pull up all your comp games, and they would pull up your KD, and if it was below a 1.0 or a 1.2 in some cases, they would just fucking auto kick you, and you would just have to deal with. It was brutal. It was just brutal, Chad. It was a nightmare.
It's definitely not for beginners, and there used to be a halftime voice, by the way, like a voice chat enabled for 15 seconds,
where you would get to talk to the other team.
Yeah, and you know how many slurs I've heard being said.
Yeah, no, I think I think they started getting rid of. I think they got rid of it, but usually when I
got it, 2017.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. When I was on there, you would just use it to either scream slurs or you would accuse the other team of hacking. That was usually depending on. So it depended on how much you were losing. If you were losing a little bit, they're hackers. If they if you were losing a lot of it, they were whatever slur you could come up with off the top of your head for the next 15 seconds. Whatever you could say, they were. It was.
Basically, they had like all the chat enabled in the warm-up period, and they had it on when the timeout and switching teams, and by the end of the game as well. So you had 3 chances of just swearing at the enemy team. And trust me, people took that. People took every chance.
It was I don't know. Did they ever do like a wide cleanup, or did they just stop your ability to communicate with other people?
If you did get reported for voice abusing, but I never seen anybody get banned for that. You'd get banned if you had like a really nude picture as your profile picture. You'd get banned from that.
Yeah, isn't that why
people used to put porn there?
Yes, yeah, no, trust me, I know all about that. I played Counter-Strike Source in TF2 with those fucking sprays, those gaping asshole sprays, dude.
Sprays.
Oh, they were not for the weak. If you guys don't know, a big thing in the TF2 community and Counter-Strike Source community was to find and Gmod technically, because I think you could do it in Gmod. I'm not sure if you could do it now, but
Gmod is there too. Yeah, the texture.
Yes, and one of the things people would do was post people stretching, like putting their asshole inside out. And if you don't know what that looks like, please, for the love of God, do not look it up. Because I had to see it as a young 12-ish-year-old boy, and that shit changed me. It was brutal. You couldn't look anywhere because everyone on your team had one, and they would just spray it everywhere. It was brutal. It was disgusting. Hey, in there, Seb.
Through the Renaissance.
Sebastiana. Welcome in.
Oh, Sebastiana. Oh, thank you for coming in. That's one of my fellow VTubers.
Nice.
Thank you for joining in.
Welcome in.
Oh yeah, she does streaming as well. She's really nice. But yeah, oh my god, it's like when you're a kid, when you get traumatized like that on a public server,
yes.
you go through.
Yes. Oh man, it was not for the weak. I think Counter-Strike was a little bit weirder with it because they would also do straight up dick pics and stuff like that for the sprays. For TF2, it was always
gay stuff, a lot of gay stuff.
Yes, TF2 was very gay and furry oriented for some reason. Like the amount of
I saw a lot of furries.
Yeah, the amount of furries was like insane for like because I didn't know what a furry was back then when the game first came out. But my God, did they tell you all about themselves? Because I could not go into like a custom server without seeing like straight up like maps of like furry porn or like go on to a Mario Kart, if the Mario Kart TF2 level, if you guys know what that is, and if you do, that's a good reference.
Oh, that's
Yes,
my fucking childhood, bro.
yes, right
Fucking
there.
Mario Kart
Yes,
with the
where
music in the background.
yes, yes, yeah. That was part of my childhood, man. After like 3 hours of Death Run, I would just go on there to chill, and then I would be introduced to
Mm.
furries moaning into the mic or posting their porn onto their sprays, and it was TF2 was an experience, I will
There's
say.
there's always like a try-hard sniper on the map. Just
Yes,
tries to
yes.
snipe the spawn.
Yes, he would. Man, what was the rifle? Usually, it was either the normal standard rifle or there was one
The
that
Mechanica will be the
yes, the
black one.
yes, the old Mechanica. Did they? I don't know if they've changed it, but the old Machinima, was it Machinima?
Machina. It's Machina. Yeah,
Machina,
yeah, yeah.
Machina, the old Machina, or third option, the Op.
Yeah, the
Oh my
opera hat.
God!
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes, those were.
yeah, those guys were so tryhard, bro. For no reason.
It was
No reason.
And the worst part is that they would always have that stupid fucking what was it? The shield back. There was a shield back on them, so it would make it impossible to stab them in the back as a spy, and they would immediately just.
I know. Backstabber won't work on them.
Yes, it was brutal. But to be fair, the spy also had the nightmare advantage in TF2, which was his fucking Death Ringer. For years, that thing was the only thing anyone competent enough in the game would use was the Dead Ringer, because it basically gave
Death
you
Ringer,
yeah, it gave you like immunity from death chat. You were basically like it would if they did enough damage to you, it would instantly like drop a corpse and then allow you to roam around invisible at low health, and then you could go around either backstab or retreat, and it was so useful. I think they nerfed it to the fucking ground at one point.
Yeah, they nerfed it all. They changed a lot since like back then. I started playing TF2 in like 2013, and I was just playing it for the drops because that was the way to get rich quick back in 2013. Just play until you get
Mine
drops,
those fucking
and you'll trade.
Yeah, you wait. No, you mine the weapon. You mine the weapons to get the refined steel. No, to get the scraps, and then you mine the scraps to get the refined steel, and then you use the refined steel to get, I think, the other steel, and then you use that steel to hopefully get a hat out of it.
Yeah. Three refined is equals to a random craft hat, but if you have like about 5 refined, you can actually trade that for a key. And for people that don't know, back then refined was really, really expensive because not a lot of people were playing it and not a lot of people were trading. So back when I was trading, I made so much money. I made like $100 just trading and trading, like Steam cards, scrap metal, doing a spy crab. If you know what the spy crab is, all my spy crabbers in the chat.
Yes, spy crab. Yeah,
I used to do that.
It was, dude.
I used to do that a lot.
Wait, hold on. Explain spy crabbing into the chat, because we're getting into old nostalgia territory that they may not know about. I don't. It's just.
All right. For people that don't know what spy crabbing is, it is basically a class called spy, and there's like a toolkit that you use, which is like the disguise kit. And once you open up your disguise kit, you can emote, and there's 2 types of emotes you can do when you open up your disguise kit. You will press the taunt button, you will either smoke a cigarette, or you will do the 10% animation of spy crabbing, where spy gets on his like ducks down and just does like a little crab emote. And basically you gamble with that. You have like a middleman, he will hold your scraps or any type of items that you had, and you will have a one-on-one match with another person in the lobby. Basically, most of the time it will be like Trade Plaza, which is, if you know, that was the place. You will go on the Trade Plaza, you will say, hey, I'm spy crabbing, 1 refined, 1 key, whatever, and people will be like, hey, I'll trade you, they will trade you. And you will either trade you in the trade box instantly, or you will have like a middleman. If you're gonna go for like 5 keys, 10 keys, I remember I did 30 keys and I lost. That was bad. that was like a server admin. And I gave my stuff to the server admin, and I was lagging too. It was so bad when I lost that. But basically, you face each other and you just spam the taunt button, and the first 3 that does the spy crabbing loses. So you have to avoid basically and pray to the RNG gods you don't do the spy crabbing emote. And you just gotta keep smashing the G button.
It was the trading scene used to be very cutthroat. I met when I was in there. Well, I never was officially in there, but I had friends in there, and they were making like hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars doing just trades or being the guys who would hold trades. Lucrative. It was insane, chat. Like you don't understand. What is it? The robot one. I forget what the robot's called.
The machine versus man.
Machine versus man. Pre that, it was fucking insane the amount of money you could make in TF2. It was truly a libertarian's paradise. It didn't matter what age you were, what anything. And if you had like keys or even scraps, you could basically try to pull scams. You could pull massive trades. There were videos about how you could pull scams and how you could counter scams and how you could have. It was insane. It was insane.
I'm gonna confess to a crime while I'm here.
FBI? Hold on, let me get my FBI buddy on the line.
All right.
There we are. Just speaking to the mic.
Don't do this. Never do this. Okay, I was a child. Keep that in mind. Okay, I was trying to make money. I was in the streets, and I might have come across some toddlers that did not know how money worked. So I will gaslight them to buying my stuff and overpriced it tenfold. And I might have stolen off their keys and stuff like that. And I didn't.
You know what?
I kind of did that to 1 or 2 kids.
Oh, that's brutal. Wait, you gave them? What did they at least get out of it? Don't tell me it was like a ghastly gibbous. If you scammed them for a ghastly gibbous,
no. I will basically. I did that on CS:GO 1 or 2 times, and also on TF2. Basically, I will trade them weapons, and I'd be like, "Hey, this is really overpriced, by the way, because it has this bullshit number, whatever." I would say like, "It has this." It has this craft number. It's like very rare. You gotta get it. It's a collector's item. It's like tenfold. I'm gonna do a discount for you, 50% off. It's like those gas stations in America, you know.
Yes,
50% off.
Yeah, that was.
So I'd be like that.
Okay, as long as you weren't handed. Look. You know what? Technically, that was a fair trade by Steam standards, right? Hey, it was on you to look at the websites and constantly look at what. There's like fucking 3 websites at the time. 1 or like 3 websites at the time.
Yeah, like backpack.tf, Bazaar, or whatever.
And you had to like constantly look at those websites, and if you didn't, that was on you. That was on you. But what was it?
If you didn't do a price check, that was on you. That's the name of the game.
The name of the
price
game.
Check.
You price check. Yeah, that was that with CS too. That was a nightmare. But with TF2, like there was a lot, dude. So many people try to pull the ghastly gibbous fucking thing on newbies. I was surprised that you didn't try to go for that, where they would try
I didn't do that. I'd give them something.
If you guys don't know, the ghastly gibbous is a event item where it's a hat that basically drops like every fucking pentosecond during, I believe, Halloween events. And everyone gets one. However, you would often see scammers trying to give you like ghastly gibbuses because they said event item, and so people thought it had a higher value than what it really was. And so everyone would just try to shove that to you. Anytime you try to go on a server and you had like a squeaker voice, or it was clear that you were new to the game, they would try to like push that as hard as they could into you. They're like, yo, you need to buy this ghastly. It's 3 refined for this ghastly gibbous, and it was brutal.
Oh, trust me, people been scamming each other for like 200 keys, 300 keys. I swear to God, it was like crypto trading back then, but it was like 10 times worse.
Yeah, it was terrible. There was that, and then
there was no regulation, there was no banning. Kids were being torched alive on servers.
Yeah.
You'd know, bro. They'd cry on mics.
No, the cries. I remember seeing the YouTube videos about the fucking. Oh man, on one level I would laugh, but on the other minute I was like, dude, this could possibly be me. Like that's what I was always thinking. I was like, oh man, this is brutal, but that could also possibly be me. Libertarian Paradise, that's where I'd go after I'm dead. After I passed, I'm a diehard libertarian. You don't understand. Libertarian, I don't really mean libertarian. I mean anarchy. I think I should state that. It was libertarian, at least there's like some rules about like respect and stuff. This was like straight up anarchy. Every man for himself.
That was anarchy, right? Every man. It's like a battle royale.
It was, and CS:GO was fucking worse because of the gambling websites. Oh my goodness!
I swear to God, I gambled so much on CS:GO Lounge. I swear.
Wait, hold on. Were you aware of the scam at the time? How did the scam?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Explain to everyone here the CS:GO Lounge scam. If
the CS:GO Lounge scam would be like you'd post something basically on as a trade, because there's multiple scams there, by the way, that I kind of don't remember all of them, but one of them would be like what was it again? Somebody would like fast trade you basically. They will just put bullshit stuff.
Yes.
If you're buying cases, they would like give you some random cases or something like that, or they would have you selling cases, and they will put one of your very expensive item in between those cases, and they will try to like trade you with it. And if you had like, I don't know, 100 cases, you're not gonna like scroll all the way down to see if everything's in order. Some people will just accept it, and they just realize they are also traded their knife, which was very expensive. And that was like the very beginning scam. CS:GO Lounge.
I remember that one. And then there's a few of them. There was the I forget.
There's so many of them though,
dude. Then there was the what was the gambling website that got like that like H3 exposed as being like fucking owned. He was owned it from Diamond, CS:GO Diamond. Yes. So if you guys don't know, this is old internet lore. There used to be a bunch of these CS:GO websites where they would do these gambling kind of things, right? They would do these gambling videos about how great this website was and how everyone in there was always winning, and that
CS:GO jackpot and stuff like that.
All you had to do, you silly, sure, you were all 15, but all you had to do was just go in here and you could win. Turns out people weren't winning, but not only that, the people who were making YouTube videos about this actually owned the websites. That was that.
And they didn't declare it.
Yes, and they didn't declare it. And it was such an insane thing at the time because, like, genuinely, I think it was one of the biggest internet exposés at the time because people were like, holy shit. Because they were making,
it exploded.
Because technically, they were making, like, tens of millions, if not, very close to, like, the edge of, like, $50 million off these websites every year. Because
it was a huge market.
Yeah, because, again, anarchy, you could basically charge whatever you want. You could basically, you could charge whatever you want.
There was no trade delays.
There was no trade delays. Trade instantly. There was basically little, and see, unlike TF2 where it had a giant pricing scene, which kind of prevented some of this. There was no pricing. The pricing was basically there was some pricing. But, what?
But there was no price check thing for the CS:GO for a very long time, for like until 2016, 17.
Yeah.
People came in. But before that, it was wild.
It was wild. It was just there was just lack of like real price checking websites. It was genuinely just fucking. It was insane. And to be fair, well, not to be fair, but dude, no one ever got charged with that, which was crazy.
Nobody got charged. That's crazy. They just got exposed basically. For what they did. What was it? There was like two guys that got mainly exposed.
Was it ProJared?
I think it was ProJared. There was another guy that was like a really big CS:GO streamer. He owned the CS:GO jackpot. He went to the court with Twitch and he sued them and they actually won in the court. I forgot what his name was. Phantom Lord. Yeah, Phantom Lord.
Here, Phantom Lord.
He owned CS:GO jackpot and I can't remember what Skype is, by the way. Let me sit down on my chair. He will talk with mods on the site, and they will Skype each other about the percentage that he should hit. So they will be like, "Hey, you gotta put at least 13% of the amount of the jackpot to win." So he will put up to 13% and he'd win. So, and the Skype chat got leaked, and that's how basically the entire stuff started happening. And yeah, they will just write numbers basically, and that's how people got to know that, hey, this guy actually owns the fucking site. So that's why he'd win insane amounts. And there's so many clips of him winning when he was about to lose, because like the roll would go into somebody else, but it warped back to his name, like his picture. So people were like, bro, you didn't win. How the fuck did you win that? You're not supposed to win that.
Yeah, it's just
so, a lot of doubt.
And then CSGO had to come in, or I think Steam had to come in and start like fucking regulating shit because they were worried about catching lawsuits. Yeah, cease and desist. Yeah. I don't remember how it started. If you have more knowledge about the scene.
Got exposed. Yeah, when Phantom got exposed, people started like reporting this to the Valve, and Valve was not getting any commission from these gambling sites. So all these roulette sites, all these coin flip sites, I used to go on them a lot. CSGO Adsay, CSGO Jackpot, CSGO Reaper. Oh my god, there's so many fucking sites. CSGO Empire is still around. Empire was back then also was still up. The owner's Monarch. There's just way too many people. They just made money. They fucked off. It was like mafia basically for CS:GO, but there's just a lot of teenagers basically will run like, I don't know, like on the dark web. There was like, you know, just.
Wait, what? Did the mic cut out? Oh no!
LLC, and the LLC will be in like Jamaica or something. Oh shit!
Sorry.
Did my mic cut out?
Yeah. Your mic cut out for like a hot minute there. I caught like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry.
Basically, what I was explaining is that these fucking teenagers will start up the website. They will pay their developers, and they will make an LLC, and they will base that LLC in like, I don't know, like Monaco, or there's like one more, Malta. Yeah, Malta. Malta was one. Anomaly actually lives in Malta, basically. He moved in there because they wouldn't tax you, and they wouldn't like, don't ask all this basically. So they will make the LLCs there, base the website there. So they didn't actually answer to European commissions or anything like that. So that's why they were able to bypass the, oh, you're a kid, doesn't fucking matter, you can still gamble, you know, that type of thing. So basically that's how they made their money. That's why it was like a kind of mafia type of thing, because that's what people do. Like real mafia has these companies based on all these offshore places. They don't pay taxes, tax havens, you know. And that's how these gambling sites like popped up out of nowhere. You'd see like 20 of them pop up overnight, and yeah, they were making decent money, to be honest. Like all the way up to 2017, 18. A lot of people became millionaires, these teenagers. That was like nobody like yesterday, and you know, you'd see them with 10 millions because they just scammed everybody.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about like, so I do know about some gangs in video gaming. Some of the gangs in video gaming I primarily know about is from RuneScape. Like, I've only played this a little bit, but I'm not a big RuneScape fan. But I know that they used to, like, the South American cartels used to be in that shit, mining fucking gold.
Yeah.
And at one
mining
point,
gold, Venezuelans.
Yeah, Venezuelans as well used to have to go into that shit because their economy at the time, if you guys don't know, well, I mean, you guys probably do know, Venezuelan economy used to be kind of dropped like a rock after oil prices fell. And so after that, you just had like hundreds of Venezuelans flooding into the game and essentially just botting to mine gold so that they could sell it for real gold currency. And that was a whole thing. If you know more about that.
Insane. That was insane. I think that happened in 2018 or 19, like or in between. And yeah, that was like a national news type of thing too. Like it was everywhere. That, you know, these people are playing a game to survive basically, because they had like the inflation spiked so much. They had like no produce.
Yeah, it was basically like 3,000%. It was insane. And so like
it was before the Maduro came, by the way.
What?
Yeah, so just for people that didn't, it was right before Maduro became president. That was like
it was a whole, like in general, and just like a crazy thing. What was I gonna say? There was something else after that. Yes, and then there was the people. Oh my god, I don't know what was worse: the fact that there were people trying to survive off of RuneScape for money so that they could live, or the people that would fucking hunt them Oh my god, because there was videos of people like going,
right.
I'm hunting down Venezuelans who are trying to
mine for gold.
I was like, geez, that's crazy. I was like, that's insane. That's it. You know, I was just like, dude, that's like a level of sociopathy I haven't even met before. Because like that is like such a cognitive dissonance. I was like, dude, that's crazy that somebody got out of their way to do that. And it's just, oh man. I just remember how cruel the internet used to be. Pre 2019, the internet used to be like a fucking, oh man. It was
I remember I used to watch like a ESL, like I used to play, I used to watch a lot of pro CSGO games up until like 2020, I think. And there was a coup in Turkey, and people were typing into the chat, "Yo, Turkey is playing real life Counter-Strike right now. You should guys check the news."
oh, that was.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I had no filters.
Yeah, oh wait, hold on. What was it, dude? There was this one guy. Let me think. It was this old space game from like the 2000s. I can't remember what its name is, but as I explained, you might remember the lore videos on it. But there's this one. This is one of the many incidences of bullying. But this one dude got divorced, right? And he started sinking all of his time into this game. However, people started Starfield. Was it Starfield? No, Starfield is newer.
No, Starfield is new. Maybe it was like, what was it? I kind of might remember something like that. Did he sink about 50,000 into one big ship, and people were trying to like
destroy it? Yeah. So yes, I think that was the guy. He started sinking a lot of his money into the game, hours upon hours, and there was an entire troll organization built on simply destroying this one fucking person. Why? Because fuck him. He did nothing wrong. They just didn't like the dude. And so they spent literally hours and thousands of their own dollars to go hunt this man down, try to scam him out of his $50,000 ship, or trying to steal it, or trying to kill him on his home planet, I believe it was. And he's like, dude, you guys gotta leave me alone. I'm just a divorced dude just trying to live out his life here. And they had a whole conference. They brought everyone in for like the conference around the game, and like everyone was like, and then they started reading out the DMs out loud, and I was like, dude, that's some fucking sociopath shit. It was insane.
That is fucking next level. I think because the reason why they want to troll that guy, because he's what they call it in the industry, he's a whale basically.
Oh,
means a person.
Hold on.
And that they will become the game's whale. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So sorry, can you explain that again? The mic cut out on accident.
Okay. So basically, what a whale is in a microtransactional game is it's like an individual that will spend an unfathomable amount of money into the game. So the game developers will consider that person a whale, meaning they will profit off of that guy for his loyalty, basically. And the people that see these people in the wild, they instantly know that this guy paid way too much money. So their main objective is, oh, this guy literally sunk his entire life savings into the game. Let's ruin his life. Mm-hmm. Let's fuck him up. You know, that's the mentality of in a lot of games. Unfortunately, I do love gaming, but that's a real problem. Like if you would go. Even in TF2, if you have a golden frying pan, people will call you so many names.
Oh, yes! Yes! EVE Online, I think it is. I think it was EVE Online. Mm-hmm. I think that's what
EVE Online. Yeah. That's the right one. Yeah, that's
sorry, I was looking around in the back. Yeah, and so it was just insane, just kind of stuff in general, what you could do, because technically that was a part of the, I think it technically briefly touches into the lolcow era of internet, where basically everybody was you could not at all, if you expressed any individuality on the internet at a certain point, you were basically targeted. You were just
everybody was getting straight, bro. Everybody was getting straight.
It was insane. You couldn't do shit there.
You were not safe from the ops.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's the most famous one, which was Chris Chan, but there was a bunch of other ones at the time. Most of them have faded away into irrelevancy now, but that the whole idea behind like lolcowing in general was crazy. But what was crazier was seeing all the people who used to make fun of them slowly become them. That was always the funny part to me. Is that like
the Leafy era? You mean?
Yes, yeah. During the yeah, they started showing up in the Leafy era too. Like they start like trying to build their own personalities, but they started becoming so much like the lolcows they would make fun of that they would also become the target of ridicule. And this really, as Knight was saying, this really started taking off in like the Leafy era, because before it was, you were just in a chat room usually just talking shit. You didn't really build a career off of it, but Leafy showed you could actually build a whole career off of being an asshole to lolcows. And so the whole bit, and then that also left you up to but that also created opportunity, I should say, for people to target you.
Yeah, Leafy was popping off, bro. Leafy was popping off. Like he had like 3, 4, 5 million per views.
Prime Leafy was crazy. Prime Leafy was pulling.
He was fucking moving crazy.
Dude. He probably made bank from fucking YouTube. That's the crazy part. Bank,
bro. But he spent it on on useless stuff. He didn't invest, so he was kind of dumb.
No, he was investing in like fucking stupid shit. Like when he came back, unironically, he said, "Yeah, guys, I sorry if I'm not active all the time, guys. One of the biggest issues I have is that I was stock trading. I like to night trade on the Australian stock market." Why the fuck are you trading on the Australian stock market? You were like, I just did
real estate.
Yeah, it was wait, it was real estate?
Like, I was saying, like, just go do real estate.
Yeah,
why
exactly.
would you like sink your money?
Yeah,
it's so risky.
I just don't know. He was just who knows?
He was on cocaine.
He was probably
cocaine, that's why.
Probably. He was
he was addicted. He came out and said it.
That does sound like someone like on cocaine would do. Hey guys, new idea. We're going to invest in the Australian stock market.
He came because he was friends with Keemstar, and Keemstar came around and he said like he had so many like drug abuse cases, and that's the reason why his I believe his driver's license was suspended because he was driving under the and stuff like that. So he had like an alcohol problem, he had a drug problem. But bro, Prime Leafy was like crazy. Just bodying people left, right, and center. You were not safe.
You were not safe. God. If you the worst part was it didn't matter your size. He didn't care if you were large or if you had 200 fucking followers. If you did something slightly cringe on the internet, he would fucking make a video within pentoseconds and say, "Leafy, hey, what's up?" Or no, first you would hear the song 1 to the 2 to the 2 to the 3. I like big pussy and I like good trees, smoking on shit so phenomenally. And he's like,
"Oh my god,
what's up, gamers? Today I found this utter idiot online who did this." It was. He had people pressed. He had people pressed.
I swear. Like, what was it? Hold on one sec. Yeah, he was doing like CS:GO surf in the background. I would always look at the way he was surfing to see if he was gonna fail or something. We'll do like the same thing over and over again, and you just get hypnotized basically, a fucking MK Ultra patient.
Dude, I think he was the what was it? You know the meme where you have the fucking the train car game playing around, the iPhone train car game playing around in the background.
Subway Surfers. Yeah,
I think he was the original Subway Surfer fucking content creator. He might have been the first.
He might have been the patient zero for the brain rot.
Patient zero for brain rot content where you don't talk about anything, where you just talk about like drama or whatever you're talking like shit, and you just have fucking CS:GO gameplay playing around. That was crazy.
iDubbbz owned him though. iDubbbz did come over and owned him overnight. He fucking lost it all overnight because he was not confident.
Yeah, I will say, I think that was the only really successful victim of Content Cop. Unironically, everyone else kind of bounced back with their careers except for Leafy. Leafy was the only one to catch that fucking Yuji Itadori style fucking black flash to the throat. Now,
he did come back, he got banned.
Oh, he did? Oh. I should say.
He did have a little comeback in 2020.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, he came back a little bit.
You remember the Pokemon video?
The Pokemon. I don't remember fully.
Yeah, he made like 5 videos. He made 5 videos about Pokemon, and how she was like using her Sims.
Okay.
Licking them dry.
I remember this. I remember this now. I remember some of these videos now. I remember that. The one video I do remember, like, fully, was the one where he was talking about one of the guys he got burned back in the day, where one of the guys had complained about him.
Tier 1 sub.
Yeah, and then no, this wasn't about Pokimane. This was about. Was this about? It was about a dude who was kind of a big content creator at the time. He fell off and then disappeared off the internet, like, at the time, like 4 years ago, but now
it's got to be.
Channel? No, it wasn't a prank channel. It was a commentary channel like his. They had some sort of beef temporarily, and then Leafy sent him some money, and then Leafy ended the video, his new video, saying, "Fuck it, I want my money back," and sent him a money request back for the hundreds of dollars.
I might have known, but I can't recall the guy's name. I might know because I'm getting a little bit of recollection.
Yes,
I'm getting fragments of memory.
It's just coming back. It's like, the numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Numbers, Mason. The lore of the internet, Mason. What does it mean?
Hold on. Let me quickly grab some water here. Do you want to just talk to my chat here for a hot second?
Yeah, sure. I'll just go a little bit on a yap tangent while you're drinking your water.
Sounds good.
Leafy came around in 2020 because the H3 Productions, back then H3 was loved. I loved H3. And after 2019, I just hated H3 because they became like political, they became like not funny, very forced. None of the script felt good, original, or funny. They didn't have any sarcasm, didn't have any punches, very PG. And what was it? H3 started the podcast, and I think that was like their downfall. That's the point I just stopped watching H3 when they started the podcast. And in the podcast, Ethan said to Leafy, basically, he did a pot shot to Leafy, and Leafy was not on the platform at the time. So he said, I would love to see Leafy come back with the current state of YouTube, because back in 2017, for the people that don't know, YouTube was a wild west. People will say slurs, they will do crazy shit. If you watched Filthy Frank, bro, Filthy Frank was okay on YouTube. And now I'm pretty sure Joji is doing everything to keep those videos alive on YouTube.
Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, we're talking about Joji?
Yeah, Filthy Frank time.
Oh my god, because, Filthy Frank. Fuck. Oh my goodness. What throwbacks. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah. Because H3 says Leafy cannot come around and thrive on the YouTube anymore because YouTube does not allow things like that, like bullying, hate speech, violent speech, whatever. And I'm just trying to say, back then, Filthy Frank was a thing, because that was allowed. He was able to put fucking dead rats in a tortilla. Dude,
it was so. Yeah, again, this goes back to the internet used to be fucking anarchy, and you could literally fucking do anything. And Filthy Frank was one of those people that proved that literally you could fucking do anything. He would, again, as you mentioned, put dead rats in tortillas. They would, oh man, the skits were fucking crazy. I remember, I primarily remember him from his raps, though. The Top Ramen rap and obviously Nickelodeon Girls, which is highly good. Yes, Nickelodeon Girls. Oh, dude, that used to be my fucking favorite song growing up, or one of my favorite songs online growing up. I loved that fucking song. Yeah, it was crazy because that song was talking about fucking shit you could say online. It was insane. It was about how Nickelodeon went bad when it was bringing in when it stopped bringing in prepubescent girls, and how they needed to bring back. I don't remember how it actually went on. And I think it was.
What was the guy's name? What was the guy's name on Nickelodeon?
Oh, fucking yes. Yes,
crowded.
Dan Schneider.
Hi, yeah. Dan Schneider. Please bring my bitches back.
Please bring my bitches back. I need my bitches back. I know something. Zoe's tighter. It was insane. The fucking shit.
I don't care if you look like Michael Jackson.
Just feel the reaction.
Oh yeah.
Oh, as long as Max is filming the reaction.
Yeah, I swear. If you keep giving me action.
It was
okay. too much overdose on these memes. I swear, this is like opening up like the Pandora's box of the past
of ancient
tragedies,
ancient memes that were not meant to be reopened. God. And then he had to.
What a timeline.
He was one of the few people that actually learned to end his career earlier, so he could go on and do something else before it became him, or worse yet, he became the internet.
iDubbbz, I'm looking at you, iDubbbz.
Yes, well, iDubbbz, H3 a little bit, I would say now. Basically, like
H3 fall off hard after the podcast era.
It is. He just fucking like all of them did. Like
he was a good comedian.
He was
a really good comedian.
Yeah, their issue was just in general a lot of the just a lot of in general just they wanted more out of their careers, but they didn't know that they had to cut it off there. They had to start, if they had started off with all new personas, I don't think they would have nearly as much internet ire as they do today. Unironically,
they didn't graduate and come back.
Yes, like that is what they needed to do, though. That's what Joji did, and look at him. He's fucking an international pop star.
But the thing is, Joji was doing music before Filthy Frank, so you gotta also take that into consideration.
That is true. Yeah, I guess that would be the biggest issue is they do, because they don't really have anything else but that. So I guess naturally they just thought they would just keep doing that.
They didn't have a contingency plan, so they were like, they raw dogged it. They didn't have like a contingency plan for the long term.
Yeah. Which is what happened to iDubbbz, is that iDubbbz thought like he would do that forever, and then he realized, oh fuck, I don't actually want to do this forever, and then
iDubbbz's fault was letting Anissa come into his life.
Yeah, that is true. That is so. Part of it, like a huge chunk of it, is letting Anissa come into his life and basically dictate everything he should do. And then the other issue was the fact that he wanted to separate himself, but he didn't realize that he couldn't do that with the iDubbbz. He really wanted to do two things. He wanted to, one, maintain the reputation iDubbbz had, but two, also go in a completely different direction with content.
Virtue signaling.
Yeah, well, yeah, just that, and then not making like as many expose videos. He was at one point making fucking videos on squirrels and shit. Which I think in the case of
like fucking trails and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Which is like, what?
It was so weird, yeah. Like and
so random.
It was, but like I think the greatest person probably continue doing content to this day, like, or not to this day, but like post after their career fall off, was PewDiePie. PewDiePie was the fucking goat at like not only making content. Not only making content, but actually making a career post T-Series, post 2019. He had one of the most like infamous fucking Minecraft. Yeah, he brought back fucking Minecraft. It was insane. He is such a like I see online a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't know why people like this guy. He just played video games. But you have to think about the absolute talent.
He said the N-word in the bridge.
You have to think. Wait, what?
Yeah, because he was playing a PUBG match and he said the N-word on the bridge.
Oh my god,
so yes. That against him.
Yeah. There was that, and then like but like in general, like that is truly what talent is to be able to like, even after like everything, after the bridge incident, after like the what was it, the what is the $5
for wearing a UK uniform. If you remember,
I remember that one, and I remember I primarily remember the $5 one, the $5 website where he got some Indian dudes to say write some awful shit on a sign. It was some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, people were doing that. That was fucking. That was like the startup of Five. What was the Fiverr? Yeah, that was like the startup of Fiverr.
Yeah. It blew up Fiverr. Technically, it blew up Fiverr, but at the same time, it was not the thing I guess they wanted. So
it was not the kind of blow up people wanted.
That is fair. And then what else was it? And then and then that he started after the T-Series thing. Everyone thought, well, that's the end of an era, but he actually managed. He's again one of the few creators that actually managed to come back after their era was supposed to end and actually make some like amazing content.
Yeah, and he moved to Japan. He has a family as a kid. Now he's
moving back. He's moving back from. That's his new arc. His new arc. Yeah, I said in the AI video, brought back his home country game Minecraft like a Swedish patriot he seems to be. Exactly. Wait, hold on. Let me read your former comment here, Patriot. Not surprised. This was about the sprays and stuff. 10 years back was an absolute anarchy. Imagine you played Facebook and some people started spamming gay porn pics on your profile just because you said something they didn't like. Yeah, it was again, like getting back into this. It was fucking crazy.
I used to play games on Facebook, bro.
Dude, my dad used to play my dad and my mom used to play the share of the fucking farm game. Talking about fucking gambling.
Farmland?
The Farmland
Farmville,
game.
whatever.
Oh my god, yes, Farmville. If you guys don't know what that is.
My mom still plays that.
It was crazy. It's crazy. It's apparently super loved. Is it that good?
Yeah, my mom has like 2-year back-to-back current sign-in streak.
She's the goat.
Yeah, she tells me to like sign in if she's like working long shifts. She's telling me to like go log into my Farmville. I'm like, what?
That is crazy. Do they have benefits for 2 years login, like daily logins?
No idea. That shit is so cluttered. When she opens up the farm, everything just loads because there's so much shit.
Is it like Clash of Clans? Is it like Clash of Clans now, where
it's like yeah, buildings on top of buildings on top of buildings. I don't even know. There's so much going on the screen, bro. There's like it gives you like MK Ultra kind of cancer.
Yeah, no,
look at the screen.
I understand that completely. That's how I feel about like modern Clash of Clans, because I don't know if you know what that is, but it was.
I did play Clash of Clans.
Okay.
2-3 years ago, for like a year, but that's it. I don't have to do that.
Dude, I used to play it when it first like came out, way back, 2000s, like 2010. It was sometime between 2000. No,
10ish, yeah,
10ish maybe, but I was playing around 12. I was playing around 2012 to 2016. My fucking god, it was cancer. Again, the wild west of the internet on your phone though, because you could go into there. So there was clan chats and then global chats. You would go into the global chats to find clans, join them, and then you would go into these clan chats, and they were fucking crazy. The amount of shit they were talking about on a daily was insane.
Yeah. I did watch like a little bit of a documentary about that. How wild it was.
Yeah, there was that, and then I think the other issue though was a huge CP problem in which people were trading nude, because there was a lot of underage kids on there. They would try to, a lot of these weirdos were trying to like gather their information of kids off of the app, because kids obviously were playing the game and are like, oh, I'd love to meet this clan member, and then find out the clan member is not like a 15-year-old but like a 30-year-old, unlike them. It was crazy. But yeah, sorry. Talking about like the level designs, they used to go up to like 8 and stuff, and you used to be able to put like most of your stuff on like the bases. But from what I see, like nowadays, like most of these like fucking new builds. Well, let me look up Clash of Clans builds. They were fucking chaotic.
You don't have to wait for army anymore. You can just pop it out instantly.
Oh my god! You don't have to. So you don't wait for the army anymore?
No, you can just literally instantly just click on something and it'll just pop out of the
so many
building,
fucking hours.
Like
so many hours spent on.
How many hours did you wait?
Oh, for not only just building those units, but building building up the restoring traps, because the traps cost money, and then you had to make sure you had, what was it, like units to fuck, man, it was crazy. And then you had to wait for all your machines to pump out fully, and then oh man, it was crazy.
Yeah, the cooldown, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you had to save up money for like months at a time just to upgrade your fucking walls.
People will come back.
Yeah, but that is true. They probably did it so peely. But one of the biggest issues was just the fucking, because you had to save up But not only that, you couldn't save up fully because like it doesn't save up infinitely. Chat, you have banks. You have like little mana banks and little gold banks, and you can only save up to a certain amount, and then you would have to spend again. And a lot of the times that was like a lot of your money was spent basically trying to upgrade your banks so that you could upgrade other items, so you could afford to upgrade other items. It was a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, holy macaroni, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of games were taken down in the process while we're at here right now. I used to play Age of Empires mobile, and that's not here anymore. You know.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Age of Empires kid. I grew up on the Age of Empires.
I've heard of this. Wait, hold on. Let me read. The other hand, we had good times. We played Galaxy Online, farm games. It was basically the golden age, and the age of chaos at the same time.
I used to play this Naruto game on Facebook, bro. It took me by a chokehold because Naruto ended in 2015, and I was playing that in like 2013 and something like that. Dude. And I was like, bro, I gotta build up my fucking village. Bro.
We were talking about this earlier. I think we were talking about this earlier about first animes we ever watched before stream started, and one of the answer to that is going to be Naruto. That was one of the first animes I've ever watched. My dad got it on DVD, and I would fucking. It wasn't even the first season, by the way. It was like season 3 when they started when they met Rock Lee. That's when when I got, and I fucking loved it. I played it to death. It was one of my first animes ever. I loved it so much, and I even got like a bunch of DS games off of it because they started Naruto games. Well, before then, so there was that one, and then there was a PlayStation 2 Naruto game that I think really might have gotten me first into like the Naruto games. I remember this distinctly because this is where I first saw Sakura, and and she had a move. An ultimate move, because at the time it was just fucking everything. She didn't have like an iconic like her healing factor. Instead, in the game, she just
had this bomb.
What?
She just fisted everything.
Yeah,
basically.
That is true. She just would fucking punch shit. But she had an ultimate move in this game, and this is one of my first online crushes, where she would fucking wrap around you and then try to stab you. And I was like, that is what I want in a woman, and that has dictated every single fucking neuron of my that has filled every neuron of my body ever since. That has been the peak woman, which was Sakura wrapping around you with her body and then trying to stab you. I don't know what it was about that, but that was my first like neuron activation.
My neuron activation was probably Hinata, because she's really shy and she's quiet. And when I looked at her, I'm like, bro, I wish I had a girl like that in my life.
I get Hinata. I get Hinata. My only issue is that I don't think many people played Hinata at the time in the games, or maybe she wasn't available. I just remember.
No, just in general in anime itself.
Yeah, I think what really got me more into anime, I think in general, because I didn't really think about it at the time, was fucking Ponyo. Fucking Ponyo, if you know what that is.
No.
Oh, okay, so it is a Studio Ghibli film. It was the first one I ever watched, if you know what Studio Ghibli is.
I do know that.
Yeah. But sorry, Studio Ghibli, Ponyo. And one of the most famous fucking lines that famous to me, but my parents fucking hated to death, was the lines, Ponyo! And then they would say, Sasuke! And that's where I started to associate Sasuke with like being a part of like a general name that people would have. But also I used to just fucking go around my house screaming that all the time. I'd go out of my way and so Ponyo! So until I got on my like parents' last nerve. It was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. What? Yeah, I just found out.
I'm gonna chime in now with my experience with anime.
Yes, please.
So the first time I watched anime, I was about 12. No, I wouldn't say my age, but I'd be like, it was around 2009 maybe, and that was like, Shippuden did not come out, so the Naruto was still wrapping up. and I watched the first season. I was captivated. My entire family was watching it with me on the TV every day. So I was like, holy fuck. You know, there was this scene where Haku stabbed fucking Sasuke with the needles.
Yes.
When they were in the Mist Village. I was like, oh my god, Sasuke is dead, no way. And Naruto's like, his powers were coming out. I was like so hyped, bro. Like we were locked in. Man, we were like watching that. I was like, bro, shit is gonna go down. And like the sob story comes out, and you're like, oh, I feel so bad for these people and all that stuff. Like, that genuinely made me cry, and I was so hooked into anime. So I watched all the way of like the Naruto from that point on, and just when the 2012 came around, I think it was 11 or 12, I'm not sure. Like Shippuden was airing every fucking week. I was watching every week, and I mean every week I was watching that shit. I was reading the manga when the manga was releasing. The manga was like 3 seasons ahead, basically. I watched when the manga ended, basically. I read the manga, it ended, I was already spoiled. But watching all that stuff getting animated every week, I had the Kakashi's voice actor added in my Facebook account, bro. I shit you not, I was friends with him on Facebook. You know how much of an honor that was for me?
Aww.
I was like, but he has like 5,000 people as friends. I'm sure he was accepting everybody. But you cannot even send him a friend request anymore, even if you tried. But bro, he was like, that was so goated, bro. Yeah. I swear to God, that was so goated. And then nobody knew anime. 2010s, nobody fucking knew anime. What the fuck anime was. Like 9, 10, people were role playing on Facebook. People, I was in there. I role played. Okay, I was one of those dudes.
Oh, you were probably.
I'm not afraid to admit that.
No, that's fine.
I was a kid.
That's fine.
I was a kid, but that was really, really fun, you know?
Yeah. No, to be fair, that you were a lot braver than I am, because what I used to secretly watch anime, but I wasn't out and about weeaboo. I actually fucking tried to in some cases I would force myself to watch Western media, like a lot of like a Netflix slop, because I was like, dude, I can't have that. I have to be able to talk about other things than anime, because if all I ever come out with, in like if anyone asks me a question, all I could say is like something about anime, they'll know I'm a weeb, and then they'll target me, and then I'm done. Yeah. And so instead I would just
watch cartoons.
Yeah. So I had to pretend I wasn't, and so for a long time, like I was watching like Death Note and a few other ones, but I tried my hardest to avoid them. But Death Note really was what I think genuinely brought in my interest into anime. It's not the greatest anime ever. I think it would probably be top 20 if anything, but I think what it does as like as an introductory anime is just fucking unprecedented. I think that like if anyone ever asks me about introductory animes, I always say Death Note.
Bro, the chokehold that Death Note had over Russian influence, it's insane. People over in like the CIS region, bro, they fucking love Death Note. I swear to God, I shit you not, that's like one of the main media of the anime that just like popped in here. So it became like a culture and stuff like that. So for here, like mainly the Russians, if you ask them about like, do you know Death Note, they will be like diehard fans. Like I have a coworker, he has a wallet of Death Note, like it was a merch of Death Note, and he has it since 2011. That wallet is falling apart. I swear.
Was the meme of the Gucci bag? Is it the meme of the Gucci bag?
Yeah,
let it go, bro.
I shit you not, he loves it so much. He still has it, but it hasn't even ripped yet. So only the outer layer is kind of fucked, but the inside is all good. It's all Gucci. But I was like, bro, when did you buy this? And it's like, oh, bro, I bought this like way back in like 2000 something in Russia. I'm like, bro, that's such a vibe, because I know getting merch back then was like getting something illegal. That's how
it was a nightmare to get any anime merch. And like in general, trying to like not only just get merch, but anime merch, chat, it was fucking insanely difficult. Like I couldn't imagine going from like Eastern Europe to Russia. Yeah, nobody wanted to ship it. If they did, it was like fucking $50 in shipping just for like a $10 item.
Yeah.
It was you were getting scammed. You basically accepted,
and you know it. And you know it.
And you know it. That's the worst part. You would fucking, because it would come to you. It was like a fucking you were promised a bag and you got like fucking nylon. It was like a nylon bag and you're like, oh man, don't I fucking. You had to force your smile too. That was the worst part. You would force a smile and be like, man, don't I love this? What?
It had aura. Getting that had aura.
It did.
You know, I'm the only person to have this here in this fucking region, probably. That's how you felt.
Yeah. My parents never allowed me to do many of those things. I only was ever able to buy like before probably no. Yeah, I would say before the end of high school, I've only ever been able to buy like 4 merch items ever. I think I don't remember what 2 of them are, but 2 of them are basically PewDiePie merch. One of them was his book. He came out with a book way back. He came out with a dumb fucking book full of his dumb jokes, and I knew it was dumb, but I loved him so much. I bought the book, and I've loved it ever since. And then one of them was a shirt that I basically wore throughout high school, to the point that, as you said, it would rip apart. And the sleeves, basically, it was a long sleeve shirt that basically the sleeves started ripping off, and so I had to take. I tried to wear it without the sleeves, but I did not have the same way. Yeah. Yeah. But that's
the top over consumerism.
Yeah, sorry. No. But that in general, like that was the way it was treated though. Like you like, not only did you like, was it hard to get fucking merch, but it was so hard. Like you couldn't share it with anyone because you were worried about getting made fun of. Because like pre-2020,
yeah, you were worrying about getting bullied.
Yes,
nonstop.
Yes, pre-2020 chat, being a weeaboo was literally, if you were fucking hunted for sport. You were hunted for sport.
Yeah, you were hunted for sport. And you know, if that information got into your ops hand, you know the entire block is gonna know you're watching anime. So you cannot even leave the house.
Yes, that was the worst part, because people would target.
That was like getting put on the fucking blacklist.
Yes, like I remember this one kid, this poor fucking kid. He came to school with like a keychain of like fucking anime girls on it, and he, oh my god, he got fucking picked on for the rest of his days. He, like, literally, I sat next to him and kids would just fucking throw shit at him, like throw like little paper balls and kind of just fucking tease him and shit. Like, it wasn't anything too serious. Like, it wasn't like actual like swirling or anything like that. It was always just little light teasings. But at the same time, I felt like it was a moment out of Death Note, what, like between L and Kira, where I was like, do you think he knows that I'm also a weeaboo? Do you think they know? Do you think they're a part of the do they think it was crazy. It was insane.
It was insane. I swear, I shit you not, there was only one girl in my school that watched anime, and I had her added on Facebook because she had like a sister that was going in the same class as my sister. My sister is like 3 years older than me. So I had my sister basically get the information of her, like I'd be able to add her on Facebook, which I did, and she had like anime, you know, profile picture and stuff, which I also had. And I started talking to this chick. I was like, bro, like, she might be 1 year older than me, that's fine. Like, I gotta date this girl, because I know in this entire fucking city, probably she's the only one that knows what anime is. So I'm like, this is limited edition woman. I gotta go through her, you know. And you know, we did some cutesy posts and stuff like that. And I was like, one day I was like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I gotta ask her out. And bro, I shit you not. She rejected me in 3 different languages.
Oh, brutality. I think in general,
I swear to God, she didn't even know what I looked like. And she just rejected me. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
She was like, no,
this is not the way.
You were supposed to meet my waifu. You don't understand. This way, it's
you were supposed to destroy the system, not to join them.
Yeah, I think.
I swear to God, that was such an ego. My ego was hurt for like a whole year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's brutal. Yeah. In my.
I'll roll it now.
Sorry. Wait, you're cool with her now?
No. The thing is, we did actually meet again in high school, but she did not know my like identity because she never saw my face. But I know her face. So we were in the same class for like a whole year, and when she looked at me sometimes, I was like, does she know? Like, does she know?
No, what was the... If you know, God, you know.
I'm so tensed up.
Oh, you know. Well, it's a fucking, it's a song. Anyways, but what was I thinking? What was yes, I was talking about, like, I was thinking about the lines of what you were saying earlier about finding people in your region that also liked anime or like in general Japanese stuff, and that used to also be a nightmare because the people who were repping you guys back then, they were so fucking, like, they were like openly like a little bit like weird and stuff. Like, one of the biggest issues I had was the anime and / D&D club was kind of like full of like insane people, and I mean borderline insane. There was this one dude,
legit the people, like they didn't even fucking try to hide it.
Yeah, they were like psychopaths. That was the issue. They were either like psychopaths or they had like something extremely mentally wrong with them, and they would just do like the most insane shit. One of the worst things I ever was a guy lost his fucking D&D character, and instead of processing like a normal person and just moving on, he took a photo of the dude who killed his character, printed out hundreds of photos of him, and then proceeded to fucking rip them all, and spent like anytime they would go to the D&D match, he would just sit there with his pile of fucking photos of this dude and rip them in front of him. It was full of the most like insane people.
Hate.
That was hate. That was hate. That was ink. That was like a level of hate I had yet to fucking bear witness to. But those were the people repping you. Those were the people repping you, and that was their worst part. Your own like gang was just doing some of the cringiest, weirdest shit ever. Repping, like, and he was a part of the anime club too, and so you couldn't really associate with them because if you tried to join the club, you're like, you're with the fucking psychopath dude who fucking rips up photos of his enemies. In D&D, you're like,
put her up together. That was the bad part. There's no other good example you can give out, so they will put those people in front of you. They were like, yeah, you're like them. You know, that's why it was getting like in the bullying region when you said you're an anime fan, because there was so much bad PR about the anime community back then. It was insane. Like these fucking neckbeards and all these people, and they had pictures, videos.
Yes, they had all the evidence too. What does it mean? Where you're like, when you're watching your goat get cooked, but low key you kind of see their points, and that was the biggest issue, is that like everyone repping you was just like fucking, it was just weird and awful.
It was bad. You couldn't give a good example of like a normal person to say like, hey, I'm actually like this person, and not this fucking guy that doesn't leave his house for 20 years. Like, it's so bad. And they would be in conventions and stuff like that too. And they would be like, oh, please, anime fans, wear deodorants, please take a shower.
My god, yes, because the fucking smells from conventions. Oh my god, they were. So I went to one convention before, like I recently went to one, but I rarely, if ever, went to conventions because of my bad experience at one convention that I lived nearby. And oh my god, the fucking it was a comic / because this was back in the day where anime, like in my area, anime wasn't really enough to bring people in. So you had anime, comics, cartoon, basically everything that was like weirdo kind of shit, nerd weirdo kind of shit was kind of there. And my god, the smells. You couldn't fucking get in line for like half the for the fucking Papa
you gotta wait in the line too.
For like food, for example, for Papa John's Pizza Hut, you would some dude would try to fucking scratch his ass, and you would just catch a whiff of his fucking armpit, and you would swear to God you were fucking snorting tear gas. It was brutal. It was brutal. Waiting in lines for like fucking autographs from people was fucking brutal, because you would just have to sit there between this guy and his fucking sweaty, smelly back that he clearly hadn't washed in days, and his greasy hair. It was just brutal.
Yeah. Well, one thing I gotta say about like the old conventions, like I'm not talking about like these like, you know, dudes that definitely clearly didn't represent us. It's like, it was so authentic. Like all these cosplayers and stuff like that, they just loved anime, and they just came into the convention because they just wanted to cosplay their favorite character. And when I look at those convention pictures, bro, it brings a tear to my eye because I'm like, these guys have the fucking glare in their eyes, saying like, yeah, I want to do this. You know, they have so much. I don't know, like they just have a different kind of aura. Well, how can I explain it?
No.
Like the dedication is there, and you know, there's so much love in the anime in their eyes.
I understand.
Looking at those pictures.
I understand that completely. So one of the things I love to do is go online and look up like my birth year and then anime conventions and just scroll upon pictures of what people were dressing like in the early 2000s. And I was just like, oh my goodness, people.
It was insane. Yeah, it was insane. Like the costumes weren't sold.
And people were doing it just for the love of the game.
For that shit. Yeah, love of the game, and people had to either like do their own thing from scratch or from zero. There was so much creativity. Like they didn't have Doki Doki stores like we do now, like to get a fucking cosplay like in a set. Like they had to literally scavenge for fucking months and days and do the rest of the stuff themselves.
You also
like there was so much effort.
Yeah, that, and you also, if you do go looking down this rabbit hole, chat, you get to find some amazing like animes and stuff that you didn't even know about, but was like popular, like super popular back in the day. And that's how you found out about like cool animes, like back in like I would say pre 2020 was that you would go through convention, like that's at least how I did it. I would go through convention photos. I'm like, oh, what is this cool outfit? And then underneath it would say, this cosplayer dressed as this character, and then you have to look up that character, and then you would see the anime they were in, and then you would watch the anime, and that's how you had to find fucking gold back in the day. It was pretty.
And those people have families, bro. Now it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Those people are parents now, and now you're just looking after their like young adulthood like pictures. And I'm like, holy shit! You know, I wish I was there. You know, that's how we feel. When I was a kid, I was looking at the current like convention pictures, like or a year or two ago. I was looking at them. I was like, oh, bro, just imagine the conversations I can have with these people.
Yeah,
it's just it will be for hours and hours. But again, that was the thing because it was the community was so small. The amount of things that you wanted to share was so much. The scarcity made you really involved in the whole community. That's why the role-playing community was huge. That's why like anime community was really tight-knit. Like, we did gatekeep a lot basically back then. And once Attack on Titan and stuff blew up, it blew up over on the West, and it just derailed everything because Netflix came in. Then before that, like a couple of years back, Crunchyroll. I don't know why they just did the way they did it. They just made it even more sucky. I just kept watching anime from Kiss Anime, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real.
No, you can't reveal the sources. You can't. No, I'm kidding. But hold on. Is it fine if we start wrapping up here? Is this a good place to leave off?
Sure.
Okay, sorry.
That's a good place to leave off. We've way too much.
We're leaving off on a happy note, so that's pretty good. Is there any other questions we have here just for the next couple minutes, and then we can start doing salutations, I guess. Is it salutations or is it goodbyes? I guess it's goodbyes.
It's farewells, maybe goodbyes, maybe. Yeah. I think we did cover most of the stuff for basic stream, and we might be able to do another one, and we'll be able to go maybe a bit more deeper into things. But yeah, it is amazing. At least you do have the ball knowledge. I did not know you had that amount of ball knowledge. You did. That's good. You went through my detection.
I am what the kids call a legend, a man, a myth, a man, a legend, if you will. Exactly.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. You know your things. You know your stuff.
Thank you. You too. I was surprised by the amount of stuff you knew, because I knew beforehand when we first started talking, you told me that one of your favorite VTubers. Am I allowed to say it, or are you protective of Yoshi?
Yeah. Sure,
okay. Was Mari, if I remember correctly, and that one of the things you liked about her was how her knowledge about internet culture and internet memes, and how she gets the same memes as you. And I found that very interesting as we've continued our conversation, because I'm like, oh my goodness, this is one of the few people where I can actually like talk with, and they know exactly what I'm talking about, and so that's what I'm very appreciative about learning about you today.
Google it.
Yes. That. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was splendid to talk, and I'm sorry if you couldn't like get to chat and speak with them a little bit more. I'm sorry, we kind of took over the entire thing, hijacked it.
No, you're good. You're good. All right, here we'll do our farewells here then. I'll allow you to do your outro. Do any plug. You can plug as much as you want. Please just have fun with it and just have a great outro here.
All right, thank you. Well, it was a pleasure down and sitting down and having a nice conversation with you today. I definitely enjoyed our time. Definitely brought back a lot of memories. And yeah, I'm stoked to go to another podcast style Zatsu whenever you're ready. And yeah, I'm definitely down for another one. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to discover a lot of the deepest secrets in the internet that way. And yeah, for if anybody wants to follow, I am Project Darkness on Twitch. Also, Project Dark Alt on Twitter because my main one got nuked, so I'm over there right now. If you want to follow up on those ones, you can. Feel free, of course. I'm always available. You can always message me. I'll reply to DMs. And yeah, it was great coming overboard with Born today, and I'm really happy that we have this chemistry. It just made me really happy.
Thank you. Well, guys, our stream has come to an end here. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Please check out Project Darkness on Twitter and Project Darkness on YouTube and Twitch. Remember, so tomorrow we'll be playing some more Fallout 4, and then next week we'll be wrapping that up. We'll continue my stream with Anasoki on Tuesday, but until next time, please have a great rest of your weekend. Please have a great rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, or night, depending on which time location you guys are in. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. I've been Bon Rider. Atsuban, I will see you guys next time. Atsuban!